Hello, my friend. Welcome to Live Chat. I'm excited about today's topic. I think it's going to be interesting because the beauty of live chat is that this isn't just about my opinion. It's about the people that are here live. And today we're going to be talking about problematic trends within the beauty space. And why this is important is because when brands start going toward trends, you got to remember brands' whole job is to sell us stuff. They want us to buy their stuff. That's their job. That's what brands do. That's just the thing. So when they start realizing that a certain tactic will increase sales, then it doesn't really matter. Like sometimes tactics to increase sales are good because maybe they're using high quality ingredients. Maybe the performance is really good. There are tactics that brands use that are legit and really help customers to have a more enjoyable experience with the product, free shipping or, different sales and things. You know what I mean? Like there are certain trends that are marketing trends that actually help the consumer to have a better experience overall. But then there are trends where they're more manipulative. They're more toward, we're going to use every strategy possible to convince you to buy our stuff, even if you don't need it, even if it is a terrible product. Those are the ones I want to talk about today and identify those. And my favorite part of live chat is that I get ideas in my brain, but then I get to check in with the people that are here live and they help me add on to those ideas, modify those ideas, and that's what makes this so special. So before we get into talking about these problematic trends, I do want to introduce you to some of the people that are here. I like to say hello to the people that are here live. Of course, there are way more people than the people that I'm going to be able to say in the intro. However, I would like to say hello to a selection of the people that were here first. So hello to Andrea. So good to see you. Rainy day, migraine. Oh no. I hope that it perks you up. I hope that you feel better soon. Ugh, I hate when that happens. Hi, Leslie from Thriving and Beyond. Happy What's Up and Makeup Day. She says, I so need this day and this live and all of your happy faces and voices. Sending love and hugs to all in need. Thank you so much. And I'm sending you love and hugs back. Bama Chick, hello to you. Hi, Elizabeth. Bama Chick says, hope everyone is doing great. Please hit that like button on your way in. So ready for What's Up and Makeup. If you didn't know, the like button on videos is very helpful to the creator. It only takes a second for you. So if you feel like you want to support that creator in a very easy, fast way, hit the like button. And that will help YouTube to know that it's a good video to share with other people, and not just on my channel, but on other channels as well. It really is helpful. It only takes a quick second, and those likes really do add up. So thank you so much. If you do hit that like button, I really appreciate it because it helps other people to find the videos and also enjoy them as well. It's not just a benefit for me, but other people who may want to watch the video may not find it otherwise. Good morning, Tish. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you have a great Sunday as well. Teresa, hello. Hope you are having a good day. Thank you to all the moderators that are here. Teresa, Flory, Steph, and Audra, and John. Thank you so much for being here and for keeping our chat such a happy place. We really don't have a lot of drama in our chats, and that's not a challenge to anybody out there. But y'all are such lovely people that I feel like moderators might get bored sometimes because y'all are such nice people. But just in case, it's really nice to have that safety net there to make sure that everyone's having a good time. And today might be a sticky one. So hopefully everybody has a fun time and we can talk about these trends, and moderators are there just in case we need help. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. Freya, so good to see you. Happy to have you here live. Rocio, so good to see you. Diana, good morning to you. And Tracy, good to see you. If I did not say good morning to you, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, there's so many things. John and I were kind of brainstorming this morning about different things that, where brands are trying to do something that isn't necessarily helpful to the consumer, but maybe helpful to the brand in order to sell products. And right now, the economy in the US and all over the world is kind of a mess. So we really need, we need to be careful how we're spending our money because it's like there really isn't a lot of extra to go around for most people. So when we see something like a viral TikTok video promoting a product, it's nice to be able to trust that, oh my gosh, that is a good product, maybe I should try it, and that video was not sponsored. Because that is something that is a big problem, and it is a big trend right now, as just TikTok beauty, the TikTok beauty space is really, I mean, it can be great. There are definitely some great beauty creators that I follow over there. Morgan Turner is doing amazing stuff over there. I definitely want to recommend her. She's probably, as far as reviews and giving quality information, my favorite person to follow on TikTok for makeup content specifically. I have a lot of people I like to follow on TikTok for different reasons, even beauty video creators, but some of the beauty video creators don't necessarily do a lot of beauty content over there. But Morgan Turner's really crushing it over there. She's doing a great job recommending products. But yeah, I feel like TikTok is kind of the wild, wild west right now when it comes to the lack of regulation. And I think it's important to note that TikTok doesn't, and if you're not on TikTok, we're going to move on from this in a minute, but I find it interesting, even if you're not on TikTok, the way that it works is they don't send you, and YouTube's the same way, they don't necessarily give you the videos that are of high quality. They give you legitimate information. They give you the ones that are the most popular for whatever reason. And that may be because they're the most sensational. It may not be because it is good quality. You know what I mean? And that's just the way most internet algorithms are as far as social media. So just kind of keeping that in mind and knowing that TikTok does not have a good system for disclosing ads. It just doesn't exist. Instagram has adapted, YouTube has adapted. TikTok is relatively new as far as being so popular. It's only been around for a couple of years as far as it being very popular, but the undisclosed ad thing, I think they're going to be getting in trouble soon. I just have this feeling that it's not going to last forever, but for now, we really need to keep an eye out for these undisclosed ads. The other thing, and I've seen this happen, and was it Jones Road Beauty? A lot of people critique them for this. And I honestly don't see a huge problem with this, but I know a lot of people do, where what they do is they call it a bounty. So you create your video. So you buy the product, you create your video. And I did this with my Jones Road video. You buy the product, you create the video. And depending on how many views your video gets, you get money for your views. Now, I did not put hashtag ad on there because I didn't see that as an ad at the time. Now, with more perspective, I can see why people would consider that an ad. But the thing is it's like, it didn't matter what the content of the video was. I can just put up whatever information I want about it, as far as me being honest about the product, which I was just me, talking about the Jones Road product. But it's not about, like, again, like I said, it's not about the content of the thing. It was about how many views you got. So I think there was a misconception there as far as you're being paid to say something positive, but that wasn't what it was. You're being paid for how many views. And my TikTok gets like no views. So I honestly didn't expect my TikTok on the Jones Road stuff to get many views. Like, I get maximum like 5,000 views, which in TikTok world is nothing. It's like minuscule. That video, I think, got like 20,000 views, which is my most viewed video. I was not expecting that. And if I had realized that, I probably would have put hashtag ad on there, even though it's just so weird. It's such a different landscape. So my point is keeping an eye out for sponsored content in that way as well, because they're taking a different approach to sponsored content than other social media platforms. So yeah, I mean, it's just a different world over there. Let me see what you all are saying. Let me scroll up a little bit. Okay. Someone's talking about breakfast casserole. It's making me hungry. All right. I'm trying to find where we started talking about it. Oh, Dark Angel says, I really wish YouTube would get it together. I hit the notify button and it tells me 5 minutes late. They do that all the time, all the time. Yeah. Oh, totally. Afra. I'm going to say Afra. Hopefully, I got it correct. If I didn't, please correct me. I think they want us to spend because the economy's bad and companies want our money. Absolutely. And the top news story in What's Up in Makeup this week is about Smashbox and Glam Glow. Well, it wasn't the first news story I talked about, but it's in there. It's in the title. In that they have to pull out of some. What was it? Was it the EU? Was it the UK and Ireland? I know the difference between the EU and the UK. I just can't remember in that context. I understand EU, UK, I get it. But in that context, I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, point is they're pulling out of some European countries because they just are not doing well financially over there. So there's everybody's scrounging to try to keep their companies afloat and trying to get us to buy, which I get because that's their job. They want to survive. And I think you're 100% right. Leslie, that is totally where undisclosed sponsorships are really frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, Morgan totally tells how it is. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, totally. Nadia, it's all about money, 100%, because that's what the brands need to do in order to continue to exist. We need air, we need water, we need food, we need shelter, we need clothing to survive. Brands need money. It's just the way that it is. Let's see. Interesting. Christy says, saw a TikTok of using food dye as lip stain. It looked great though. That makes me really nervous as someone who uses food dye on the regular. It is extremely potent. It's very potent. So I did they mix it with anything? Did they mix it with water or anything? Like I would imagine it wouldn't hurt you, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It'd be something to try. Why not? It's cheap. I would imagine it would wear off badly too. Like any rough spots, it would stay on your lips longer. Manda Propaganda says sensationalism sells. I worked at a weather company and none of the meteorologists watch sensationalistic weather news. They just looked outside. Yeah, it's funny how like because you want to get the eyeballs on you. You want to get the views. So you have to be sensational. And John and I were talking about this morning too, how like that's what attracts an audience is the drama. It's the story. We were talking about how, when there was a bunch of drama in the beauty community, everybody was watching the soap opera. And when the soap opera ended and we were just talking about products again, it was like, wah, 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 like the soap opera was over. Amy says, I like TikTok's algorithm. It pushes out what people like instead of what it wants you to see. Yes. I just don't like the undisclosed sponsorship. Yes, I agree with you, Amy. I am 100% with you. I think as consumers, we just need to be aware that anything we watch on TikTok could be sponsored and just leave it at that. It could be sponsors. It might be, it might not be. I think watching the application and deciding whether there's a filter on it or not. I think those are the two things that I look for when I'm watching TikTok beauty videos as far as recommendations go. And thinking about whether, so this is the thing. When somebody on TikTok reacts like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I try to think in my head, will that look amazing on me? I'm thinking in my head right now, I think it was Glamzilla who had done a review of the KVD Beauty, the Good Apple Foundation. And I remember watching that and seeing how full coverage it was on her skin and she was freaking out. She was so excited. And I remember thinking, like, I'm glad she loves it, but that's not my jam. Like, that's not my thing. I wouldn't want a foundation to be full coverage like that because it's just not my preference. I much prefer like a good solid tinted moisturizer or, a BB cream or a CC cream or, something that's more light to medium coverage because that's my preference. So just seeing the excitement in an influencer's face, it's like when you go shopping for clothes, you see the model, and if the model doesn't have the same body type as you, if I see someone with gigantic boobs, let's say, wearing a dress, I need to take into account that I do not have gigantic boobs. And I need to think in my head, how is that going to look on me? Which is very inconvenient. It would be very nice to be able to see it on somebody that looks more the way that I look. So I think a lot of people, depending on who you are, you're more used to changing that in your head. And I think like trying to apply it to yourself, but then just keeping it in the back of your head when you're watching beauty videos, just in general. And when somebody's excited about something, that doesn't necessarily mean that we are going to be excited about it, but because we're so tired and we've been working all day and all that stuff, sometimes we're just scrolling social media just for something to relax. And we may not just be thinking about that in that moment, and maybe impulse buying, and then we get it and like, well, they told me it was this, and I know that this is not my preference. Therefore, I probably wouldn't like it. And now, ding, 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 I don't like it. So keeping that in mind, I think is important too. Oh, I love your name. Tomorrow's a new day. Became a YouTube member. I love that. I love that concept. Just that whole thing of tomorrow being a new day. It's like, yes, today happened. Yes, today sucked. But tomorrow's a new day and I can start fresh in the morning and just do something different, make a different choice. I love that. I love that so much. Yeah. See, Pam, I think I saw a lot of people have that reaction. I never purchased it. I think of that dang KVD foundation gave me such FOMO. It looked like poo on me. Yeah. Same kind of thing. Same kind of thing. Absolutely. All right. We are 17 minutes in and I'm still on the first one. So I should probably go to the second one, don't we think? Okay. So the next one I wanted to talk about was celebrity brands. So I do not have a problem with celebrity brands. I don't. I have no problems with celebrity brands. I have no problem with influencer brands. I feel like if you are a human being and you would like to start a makeup brand or a skincare brand and you have the funds and you want to make something, you should totally make it. Absolutely. And I think that it is up to the individual consumer to decide whether they want to purchase it or not. But just putting it out there for people to buy, I mean, the only thing I can think of that is not, why I would support is just how many products are out there and environmentally, how much waste we're creating as a society, like in that way. But that's not specific to celebrity brands. That's every brand. So when we're talking about celebrity brands, I don't care if a celebrity wants to make a brand. What I start having issues with is when the celebrity brand is not of good quality and the celebrity does not seem to care. Does not seem to have any like care in the world that the quality just isn't there, or a brand collab, that they sign on to, that they're just signing on, or they're just creating a brand and they don't care if it's high quality. They just want to put their name on it, make money, sell to their audience. That bothers me. That bothers me. I don't know this for a fact. Okay. I'm going to put that out there. This is not from experience. This is just from observing from the outside. REM Beauty. It seems as if Ariana Grande doesn't seem to know her products super well. I haven't heard great things about the quality of the products, and I could be completely wrong here, but it seems like she isn't really invested in the brand, like let's say Rihanna is, let's say Selena Gomez is. They seem to be really invested in trying to make sure that the products they put out are of high quality, where it doesn't seem the same for Ariana Grande. And that may be because she didn't come up with this idea on her own. We talked about this in a previous episode of What's Up in Makeup, that Ariana Grande was approached by Forma Brands. Forma Brands is headed by the people who started Morphe, some of the people who started Morphe. Morphe is one of the brands that's underneath Forma Brands, and it was kind of their idea. She may have had the idea before on her own, where I think that she did have an idea that she wanted to start a cosmetic company, but she was approached by Forma Brands in order to start her company. And it seems as if they are doing most of the legwork for the brand for her. And maybe she's trying them ahead of time. Maybe she isn't. We just don't know. But that irritates me. I feel like that I don't know, I don't think it's necessarily a trend right now, because there's no real way to know how much these celebrities are involved in their own brands. But if it becomes more of a trend, where the products these celebrities are putting out are of lower quality and they're just selling their name on a product. I have issue with that. I don't like that. I think that that's crappy. I think that's crappy. So let's see. I am Finley. Every few years, a celebrity will create a product that is trendy. Every celebrity had a clothing line, perfume, jewelry, now makeup and skin. It's a cash grab mostly. And I have no problems with cash grabs, honestly. Like, if you think of a cash grab, like every brand should be trying to get cash because that's the purpose of a brand. Like we were talking about, is the purpose of a brand to make money, right? So I have no problem with that. But if we're talking about cash grab in the what I believe to be the original sense, in that you don't care about what you're producing, you're just trying to make money. I think that might be what I Am Finley's trying to say. Then there's an issue there. Like if you're putting out fast fashion clothing that is of low quality, putting out perfume that in a couple of weeks smells off, short lasting power, all of that, that is a problem. It's definitely a problem. Hi, Jamie. Jamie says, I feel like Ariana Grande's makeup, what really get purchased. Wait, hold on. I feel like Ariana Grande's makeup would really get purchased if it wasn't her line, because wouldn't really get purchased if it wasn't her line, because it really isn't that exciting looking and it looks like drugstore makeup. See, I think it looks kind of cool. Like I kind of love the space aesthetic of it and like the lipsticks. I think they look kind of cool, but I think it just depends on what aesthetic you enjoy looking at. Um, I don't know if her line would get purchased if it didn't have her name on it. I don't know. What do you all think? I'm curious. I'm curious about that. I'm not sure on that. I'm kind of on the fence. Yeah, Pam says, I agree. I feel like House Beauty doesn't match Lady Gaga's whole personality. To me, it's very natural, everyday makeup. That's not Gaga. And I feel like Lady Gaga is another example, even though I think that she seems like a very lovely human. I think Ariana Grande seems like a very lovely human. I feel like especially the original launch of the House Lab stuff that I tried, it was all terrible. It was not functional cosmetics. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Now she's rebranded and it is a lot more natural than it was, which, Lady Gaga can rock a more natural looking look. I mean, she can pretty much rock anything she wants to. She's freaking gorgeous. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's more invested this time around. I don't know. Or maybe she has different people around that are more invested and will, put more heart into the quality of the products. I haven't watched any reviews of the new line. I've not watched them. So I'm not sure how I feel about it. But Pam, I think you make a really good point. So I did want to show you, because I saw this on James Welsh's, on his Instagram story, and I want to know what you think. So if you do not know, Idris Elba and his wife Sabrina came out with a new skincare line this past week. It's called Sybil Labs, S''Able. So it's not Sable because there's an apostrophe there, but it's Elba spelled backward. And it's supposed to be a gender neutral line they didn't want to do his and hers, even though it's a his and hers couple. They wanted it to be gender neutral. And they came out with this line, and James put up this video. I'm just going to show it to you and then we will discuss.
Toner. Black Seed Toner has been revolutionary for me as a black man who shaves. The next stage.
Okay, so it's real short. So this is the thing, like I get what James is saying. So the way that Idris puts it on is not the traditional way that you wear a toner. It's just not. It's not the traditional way. However, I have known through friends that black men tend to have a lot of irritation from shaving. Some black men, I can't say all black men, but the black men that I have been friends with enough that they have talked to me about that experience have had issues here. So Idris is using it kind of like an aftershave, which I don't have a problem with at all. I think that when you're using your own product, you need to be genuine about how you use it. And that's what he's doing. He's being genuine about how he uses it. So I don't personally have a problem with it. Where it gets confusing for me is it would have been really cool to then show how Sabrina uses it. because I looked up the ingredients, and the ingredients actually of all the products look really nice. So one thing I learned about, let me go back over to because I have the website open on another page, the ingredients of the toner. The main ingredient in here that is kind of the superstar of this is the vitamin C derivative. So you all know how much I love my vitamin C. It's great for underneath sunscreen, as kind of an extra boost of protecting your skin against sun damage. It's not an SPF, but it fights free radical damage from the sun's rays. So it's kind of just like a nice pairing with actual traditional sunscreen. So the other ingredients in here just look really nice. I mean, the whole line. I learned a little bit today about one of the ingredients in the moisturizer, which is I'm gonna butcher this. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna try my best, but Crambe absinica seed oil. It looks amazing. Supposedly it feels kind of like silicone on the skin. So it just has like a real nice smooth feeling, but it has more like moisturizing properties to it, which sounds amazing. It's an Ethiopian plant. So my issue, so let me go back. I got in ingredient geek land for a second because sometimes I can't stop. But I think that I appreciate him showing how he personally uses the product, and other Black men who watch that will see that that's the way he uses it and think that that might be a way that they use it. But wouldn't it have been better to not have it be a gender neutral thing and have it be an aftershave instead of a toner? Like, I feel like the marketing is just a little weird in that. I mean, maybe there is a video of Sabrina using it as a traditional toner for her. I don't know. But I'm not hating it as much, I think, as James did. I'm not hating it as much. So, I mean, is it a little weird that he used the toner quote unquote wrong? Yeah, but if that's the way he uses it and it works and it attracts customers, oh hell yeah, absolutely go for it. That's just, I think that's fantastic. So, okay, so celebrity beauty brands was the second thing that I wanted to talk about. Let me see if there's anyone commenting on this particular part, and then we'll move on to the next one. And we do need to take a break in just a second with telling you what's on my face today. All right, Tracy says, yes, Black men do have a lot of skin irritation. Yes, and you can really see it. So one thing I noticed about the moisturizer is it has niacinamide, which is really good. A lot of skincare brands that market to Black skin specifically will use niacinamide because of scarring that can happen from things like the irritation from shaving. So I think that it's a really smart, like the ingredients that I looked at look like they would be really good for the traditional problems that people with Black skin complain about and have issues with. So, I mean, it looks like whoever formulated this did a fantastic job for marketing this to their target market, which looks like it would be Black couples. But it doesn't mean that only Black couples can use it, obviously. But I think that they did a really nice job with it so far. Or not even couples, but anybody. All right, so it looks like that's kind of it for this. So let's take a quick little break. And it's funny, last week somebody was like, when you said you were going to take a break, I thought you were going to do an ad for HelloFresh or something. No, I don't have sponsors for live chat as of now. I usually push my sponsorships to What's Up in Makeup because I feel like that's a really consistent video that you all seem to love. So it's a good placement for sponsorships. I don't think I've ever done a sponsored chat before. But let's talk about what's on my face because I'm actually really excited about it. So I dove back into the back of my eyeshadow singles drawer. I have a drawer specifically for eyeshadow singles. And I found these, and I have not used these in many years. This is Naked Cosmetics. They're loose eyeshadows because that used to be a thing. But because they're loose eyeshadows, I feel comfortable, even though these are many years old, I feel very comfortable using them. So most of these are from the Desert Sunset collection. So this is Desert Sunset number 3, which is what is on the outer corner of my eye. And this is Desert Sunset number 1. So this is in the middle. And then this one here is called Mother Nature number 2. And that's what I have in the inner corner of my eye. And I just want to show you this because this one right here, it is magical. Let me see if you can see if I can get my face out of here. There it is. You see that sparkle? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, that's incredible. When I take my eyes out, you can really see it. All right, let me swatch these because I was like, why do I not use these more often? These are incredible. So this is this is Mother Nature number 2. So they sell them in 6-packs. And then the third one was the Desert Sunset number 1, I believe. If I can get it on my finger because my nails are really long right now. Okay. So let's see if you can see them. Oh, I didn't really swatch that last one because I put it on a finger that had, hold on. My paper towels are gone. Babe, did you steal my paper towels?
Hold on.
No, I didn't. All right, it's okay. It's all right. I got it. I just wiped it off. All right, we're good. Okay, so there you go. Let me see if I can show you. But that's what's on my eyes today for the most part. There they are. I didn't run out. I know I didn't. Thank you, love. You didn't steal them? That's not the paper towel roll that was over here.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, is that from the marshmallow area?
No.
Where is that from?
I brought it down from my candle.
Oh, okay.
Actually, from my ASMR area.
Okay. All right. But anyway, these were really fun to play with today. I'm going to be digging back into these. I probably have 25 of these little guys that I have not played with in years, and they really are super fun. They're a little bit pricey. I think they end up coming out to being about $10 each when you buy, but you have to buy like a 6-pack of them. So it ends up being pretty pricey. The base I used today was the About Face Fluid Eye Paint, and this is the matte shade in, they make this print so small. Something before something. I don't know. I can't read it. I can't freaking read it. I try. Oh, and then eyeshadow wise, I did use a little bit of the Hindash palette. So all that stuff was purchased. This was PR. I used these 2 shades from the Hindash palette just in the on the lower lash line and to like get this little fade up there. So I went to go do my eyeliner. And I'm very irritated right now. So this is the ColourPop Raw Beauty Christie eyeliner. And I guess it's just old because look what happened. So this has to go in the trash because this thing is broken and dried out and I'm real irritated because this is not available anymore. And I'm dropping the pieces and it's going in the trash and I'm really sad. Is that a thing with these ColourPop eyeliners that they dry out like that? I like that color. It was very nice. And then on my cheeks today, this, I believe, I can't remember if this was PR purchase, to be honest. This is the blush in Peach Primrose from Flower Beauty. And then what I did on my lips, this is PR. This is from Winky Lux. This is their lip oil. And it's got little sparklies in it. It's real, real pretty. It doesn't put sparkles on the lips. And then I just took the Flower Beauty blush and went all over it. And that's what's on my face today. So, yes. All right, let me scroll down a bit. Oh, yeah. Anna says, oh, that small print on makeup. People over 40 use makeup, damn it. I know, right? And my eyes really aren't that bad yet, but I'm starting to notice a little bit of issue. Just a little bit. Okay, so. Okay. Next one. Okay, I definitely want to talk about this. Let's talk about clean beauty, which I've talked about a million times. I don't know how much I need to get into why I don't like that. But skincare and makeup and SPF and makeup and clean beauty. I feel like those can all go together. I feel like that's a thing I don't like. So with clean beauty, okay, one person that I feel like is very important to follow if you want to learn more about why clean beauty is a scam is Lab Muffin Beauty Science. I will say it forever. She is an Australian cosmetic chemist and formulator, right? I think she's a formulator. Cosmetic chemist. She is amazing. She breaks it down. She has some really good videos right now on that Not So Pretty documentary that everyone was wigging out about. The one she did on the talc, like the intro is really funny. Like for both of I haven't watched the whole nail polish one. I have it open on my computer because I found it yesterday. But the way she breaks it down is really smart. She really picks it apart from a scientific perspective. And one of the biggest things that she mentions that I think is applicable pretty much to most clean beauty is that they take people who are proponents of clean beauty and they only present that side. They don't present the side of, well, there is this ingredient in this particular study where you're saying that it's bad. Like, for example, Johnson & Johnson baby powder, right? The people that won the lawsuit against Johnson & Johnson for having asbestos in the talc that was in the baby powder were using it on their lady parts, the whole area of the lady parts, for literal decades. And it was being absorbed into that area for decades. This is not someone using a face powder with talc on their face. Like, this is not, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's a different application. And also, we're not using baby powder on our faces. The formulation of a talc-based face powder is different than a formulation of a baby powder. The baby powder and the face powder are different formulations. So depending on where you apply it, how often you apply it, what it's mixed with, the concentration of talc, where the talc is mined, it makes a huge difference as far as the safety of the product. If you just don't feel comfortable using talc in your products, then you should not use talc in the products. Like, you need to do what makes you happy, what makes you comfortable, what brings you joy. But what I'm saying is that I think the fear mongering is out of control, not just for talc, but for things like phenoxyethanol, that is a preservative. Okay. For things like parabens, which is a preservative. The scare about parabens is 98% BS. Maybe even 100% BS. I'm going to say 98% because just like talc, there are people that are sensitive to parabens, people that they have issues, they get irritation. So that is legit. That is a legit concern. But the fear behind it for the general consumer is BS. And that's what the science says. But these companies are pushing clean beauty marketing because they want you to think that the other products are dirty. If you are thinking dirty, you have now cut your choices of the brands you will buy from significantly, and they have way less competition. Now they're only competing with other quote unquote clean beauty brands. And why I put quote unquote clean beauty brands is because there's absolutely zero regulation. There's no rule that says that you have to have these qualifications in order to have clean beauty on your marketing. There's no regulations. The only regulations are the ones that are set by individual retailers like Clean at Sephora. They tell you exactly what that means, but that only applies to Sephora. You know what I'm saying? So, and also Sephora has things on their list that are not even used in cosmetics. And it's like people will put in there, no mercury as a clean beauty marketing thing. If you're putting mercury in your products, then it should be outlawed. Like, that's not a legal ingredient. You are not allowed to legally put mercury in your products. So saying, yay, my product doesn't have mercury is not a win. Of course it shouldn't have mercury. Of course it shouldn't have mercury, right? That's like saying I don't have belladonna in my cupcakes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. So if you find that products that are labeled as clean agree with your skin better, make you happy, that you're good, please, by all means, buy clean beauty products. Absolutely. But don't just buy it because someone told you it's safer for you, because that isn't necessarily true. There are people that are allergic to things that are in clean beauty, like fragrances that are in clean beauty, like fragrances like I don't know, linalool and limonene. Sometimes they like okay, so like some citrus fragrances, some people are very, very sensitive to, like orange peel oil and stuff. That wouldn't be that wouldn't be a fragrance within the product, but it says fragrance free. But people may be sensitive to it. You see what I'm saying? So you're not safe because you buy something that's marketed as clean, if that makes sense. And I just feel like it's so deceptive and it pisses me off, in case you couldn't tell. It pisses me off because I don't think, yes, exactly, Tiffany. No lead, no arsenic. Thank you so much for not putting lead in my freaking moisturizer. I appreciate, like, come on, man. Yes, and Deborah says clean beauty is very expensive too. Exactly. They up the price because they say you're paying for better ingredients. BS. I call BS. I call BS. Yes, some less expensive products may use less expensive ingredients, but less expensive ingredients doesn't necessarily mean lower quality. I'm going to say that again. Less expensive ingredients doesn't necessarily mean lower quality. There are ingredients that are tried and true, that work very well, are not harmful, that are less expensive. Dr. Dre will go on and on about how petrolatum is an incredible occlusive, incredible as far as locking in hydration. Incredible. But people are terrified of it because it has that petrol base, but it's refined so much. That's their job, is to refine it to the point. You're not putting gasoline on your lips. It's refined. They take all the crap out of it. That's like, so then these companies, like Deborah's saying, they say, well, we're clean beauty because we don't use petrolatum. And then they put some kind of substitute in there that just doesn't work as well. And then they charge you more for it. Scam. Absolute freaking scam. It's a scam. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Karen says, Halloween cupcake ideas, little signs that say mercury free, lead free, arsenic free, belladonna free. Should I put that on my marshmallows? Like, seriously? Come on, man. Makeup says, I refuse to buy anything that says clean. It's unfounded and I won't support it. I mean, like, I get it. It's a trend. That's what we're talking about today. It's a trend. And that's how they're selling it to all these other people. So I'm not as strict as you are. Like, I will buy brands that say that they're clean, but that's not a marketing thing for me. But it's amazing to me when I meet people that are outside of our circle, how many people really truly buy into it. And if brands don't buy into it, they'll lose out on money. And like we talked about, that's the way, their job is to make money. So I get why brands do it and I don't hate them for it, but at least put out a good quality product and don't push the clean marketing. Just put it as a footnote. If you're going to do clean and you're going to, don't put that as your major branding. There's this company that keeps reaching out to me that shall remain nameless, but they are a clean beauty brand. And I said to them the first time, I said, if they're okay, they want to do a sponsor video. They want to pay me a significant amount of money to talk about the skincare brand. And I said, are they okay with me omitting the clean beauty marketing claims? No. End of conversation. 3 months go by. Get another email. So-and-so really wants to work with you and do a sponsor video. I said, well, we hit a roadblock last time. I said I will talk about the product and I will talk about the ingredients and I will talk about how, like, if it's good, like, cause I always make brands send me stuff and I have to try it before I recommend it. If I like it. So first off, if I like it, if I enjoy it, I will talk about why I enjoy it. I will talk about if there are ingredients that I like. I will talk about ingredients that I like, but I will not push the clean beauty narrative. End of conversation number 2. That pisses me off. That really pisses me off. So I can't remember, honestly, like, I feel like telling you the name of the brand, but I honestly can't remember what it is. I do know that it's owned by either an influencer or a celebrity, but I don't remember what it is. I honestly don't remember. And I think I deleted did I delete the emails? It would probably take me forever to find it. But anyway, see, now I feel like just blowing up their spot because I'm never going to work with them at this point. It's like, it's just so freaking irritating because it's like, you don't have to push a clean beauty narrative if you're putting out good quality products. You just don't have to. But in order to reach customers, some brands feel like they need to. All right, I'm running out of time. So next thing. Yes, somebody said the fat-free shtick. Yes. However, we thought, okay, I know I'm running out of time, but I have to say this because someone said the fat-free shtick and I missed it. So I was watching, there's a compilation. It's like a 50-minute compilation of 1980s or 90s commercials, right? The number of weight loss, exercise, healthy food option commercials is out of control. And I forgot about how much they were in our faces all the time, like the marketing of margarine and, fat free and all of that. And now we've learned enough about nutrition to know that margarine can actually be worse for you than butter, that fat free doesn't necessarily mean healthy, because a lot of times then they load it up with sugar. So it's all these trends in marketing that are harmful that people buy into because they believe it. I was trying to find where that comment was. That's the problem. That's the problem, is that it's not based in science, a lot of the stuff. And I wonder if they knew back then. They probably did know that these, I can't believe it's not butter sprays were terrible for you. I wonder. All right. So the next scam I wanted to talk about, it's not really a scam, but it's not what they say it is, right? Is SPF and skincare in makeup. So the SPF in makeup, if you don't wear any SPF in makeup is fabulous. Love it. Love it so much. But the problem is that people that are, again, out of our circle don't know. They think that that's the only SPF that they need. And the problem is, and I've explained this in videos multiple times, but I feel like every time I don't explain it, people get really mad and they're confused. So you're supposed to put on a significant amount of sunscreen in order to get the SPF advertised. And the problem with a foundation is that unless you're Meredith Duxbury, you're not putting on enough foundation to get the SPF that's advertised. You're putting on a thinner layer. And that's the big issue with SPF and foundation. It's not that it's not what they created, it's not what's advertised. It's that you'll look like crap unless you can blend like Meredith Duxbury. If you don't know, she's on TikTok. She does real cakey foundation. Unless you do that and really super full coverage, really thick foundation, you're going to look ridiculous because it's going to be patchy. It's going to be smeary. It's not going to blend right. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, that I feel like in a way that's false advertising in a way. It's not really false advertising, but it kind of is in that way, in that you can't really apply the correct amount. But I think a lot of people don't know how much SPF to apply. And what I've been doing lately is what I learned from, I can't remember what her name is on Twitter. Oh, she's amazing. But the 2-finger rule, where you draw the sunscreen up 2 fingers and that's how much for your face. That's what I usually do, but that's too much foundation for me. That's too much. But anyway, so that's one issue. And then the other one is skincare and makeup. And this is my concern about skincare and makeup. My concern, which I don't have any way to know either way, is because of the other ingredients used in makeup, silicones and other ingredients, they're not meant for having skincare be effective within that formula. So how much of that skincare is actually getting into your skin versus an actual skincare product? Is the skincare ingredient able to fight through all of the silicones and things that may be in a foundation, let's say, in order to get into your skin? That's what I want to know. That's my question. So this one isn't really a critique as much as it is a question. And I guess it would depend on how it's formulated. And I would love to see a professional address that. And I don't know that any of them have at this point. Maybe I'll try. Dr. Dre is impossible to get into. I've tried to contact her multiple times. I don't think she does that. I don't think that she does that. Oh, 3 fingers. Yes, not 3 fingers, 2 fingers. 3 fingers, not 2 fingers. Yes, 3 fingers. Is it 3 fingers or 2 fingers? Because now I'm getting confused. There are a lot of things in my brain right now, and sometimes I forget the things and I have to Google them again. Okay. Maddie says, I'm an esthetician. Skincare and makeup is pointless. It's a marketing scam. They should be separate. And I feel like, for me, this is what I typically do with my serums and things. The ones that have the really good skincare is I put on my serum and then I let it sit. before I apply any kind of hydration, like any kind of moisturizer or anything that's thicker. I wait to get it to like to dry down and to really have a chance to get into my skin before I apply something else. I don't personally mix my serums into my moisturizers and things. I know some people do, but I feel like it works better if I put it on before. But maybe that's just my brain. I don't know. I think it is 3 fingers. It is 3 fingers. Thank you, everybody. It is 3 fingers. You know, when I said 2, what is it?
There's just as many people saying.
Oh, there's just many people saying 2. You know what? From now on, I'm doing 3. Because I remember I used to do 3, and then recently I just started doing 2, and I remember thinking this doesn't seem like enough. I think it is 3. I don't know. We'll Google. We'll figure it out together. We'll look for an expert that knows. But I'm. I forgot to tell you about my shirt. It says vert to furk. Okay, because I thought this was kind of a vert to furk kind of topic. Vert to furk.
Leslie says 2.5.
2.5. There we go. Okay, we're right in the middle. Okay, 3 for face and neck. Gotcha. That's probably why I was confused, Valerie, is because it's probably 2 for just your face. And then, because I usually do 2 just for my face. And then I was doing an extra one for my neck. So that, okay. So I was doing it right. I thought I was. I'm sitting here being a proponent of skincare and SPF, and my doesn't even know how to do it. I was starting to doubt myself. Live chat, man, you never know what's going to happen. But I'd rather admit if I make any kind of mistake than give you bad information. So let's all just do 3 for face and neck. Let's just do that for now. So yeah, according to package directions, fill the bottom of a shot glass for how much to use on the face. Yeah. I think it's like 2 teaspoons or a teaspoon, I think. I think it's a teaspoon. It's been a while. Oh, okay. So here we go. Diana, I think this is right. 1/4 of a teaspoon for the face, another 1/4 teaspoon for the neck and the ears. Thank you so much. There you go. Amen. Amen. Somewhere around there. But it's a lot. It's a lot. It's more than you do. So when I first started researching this, I would put on sunscreen and then I would put on another layer of whatever I felt like I needed. And that felt good to me. So, all right. So we have about 8 minutes left. I keep saying so. We have about 8 minutes left. Do we want to talk about NFTs? So many brands coming out with NFTs. I don't understand NFTs. I don't understand. Oh, the blue light thing. Yeah, we could talk about that. I don't understand NFTs. I don't understand crypto. I don't know if this is all a scam or if it's going to be the next big thing. I don't know, man. So let's talk about blue light and skincare, because that was a thing, is the blue light skincare scam. Poor freaking, I still feel bad for what's her name? Valkyrae. She lost her whole damn brand because skincare influencers roasted the blue light technology, because that was the main branding on it, was the blue light technology. She got freaking roasted. And then after that, she was ahead of the game. She was ahead of the trends. This girl was ahead of it. And I'm so sad for her, because if there was legit science to back it up, she should be crushing it right now. And I just feel so bad that the people that were at the brand like didn't help her to make sure it was legit before, because she's not a freaking scientist, she's a gamer, like that they didn't help her figure that out before they launched that brand. And then after that, all the friggin' Item Beauty, Flower Beauty, now friggin' Hourglass, and all these damn brands coming out with blue light technology in their friggin' foundations and skincare. It's like, it's so not fair. It's so not fair. It's not right. It's another thing that brands are throwing in there to sell you something that you don't need. And if you don't know the science behind it, again, Lab Muffin has a great video. Dr. Dre has a couple of videos on it. Those are in case you didn't notice, those are the 2 skincare people I watch the most often. Because I just trust them with like my whole soul. Like if they said, if Dr. Dre came to me and said, I just need to borrow your soul for a little bit and I'll give it right back, I would be like, all right, here's my soul. Like I trust both of them so much, like I really do. And same thing with Michelle from Lab Muffin. I trust them so much. So I watch them the most. And they're basically saying, this is the deal with blue light skincare. The heart of it is that blue light, most of it does come from the sun, because there's a whole spectrum. When you get a sunscreen, it says broad spectrum SPF. Blue light is one of those things within the broad spectrum. And yes, it can cause skin damage. Absolutely. I mean, it totally can cause skin damage. But the idea that me sitting in front of this computer is going to give me enough blue light damage to cause issues with my skin is not real. And if you are concerned about sitting in front of a screen for so long, as far as skin, I'm not talking about your eyes. I'm not talking about, any of that, because that's debatable as far as whether it affects your eyes. That's a whole nother thing, because I read articles from professional sources that said blue light does not hurt your eyes. But then I went to my eye doctor and she said, oh yes, absolutely, it will hurt your eyes. So now I'm freaking confused. So I'm not going to talk about eyeballs. But as far as your skin, if you're wearing we should be wearing an SPF every day. So if you're wearing an SPF every day, that is a broad spectrum SPF. It'll protect you from the broad spectrum of light, including blue light. So you're good. You're solid. You're good to go if you're that concerned. And one point that they make about it is that the amount of blue light you get from your screen, how small it is compared to the amount of blue light you get from the sun. It's minuscule comparatively. So that's why blue light marketing in skincare and in cosmetics is BS. And you shouldn't buy, in my opinion, you shouldn't buy something just because it says blue light protection as far as skincare goes. That's where I'm at. And that's the hill I will die on. I will die on that hill. Yeah, Patricia says, I have computer glasses that were prescribed by my eye doctor. I wear them daily when I'm at work. Yes. And see, this is my question though. Are our eye doctors, because I forget, I'll find the source and I will put it in the video description. Are our eye doctors just trying to sell us stuff we don't need? I don't know. I would not give my soul to my eye doctor. I will tell you that. I do not trust my eye doctor with my soul. Here we go. Kim says blue light causes eye fatigue and changes your sleep pattern. That I think the changing your sleep pattern thing I've heard is true. Eye fatigue, yes. And you're supposed to, well, I think is it the blue light that causes the eye fatigue, or is it staring here? Because my understanding of it is that it's the staring in one place for too long and not exercising your focus. So that's why they tell you to look, for only a short period of time here, and then give your eyes a break and look as far away as you possibly can to kind of stretch that muscle, because your muscles get lazy in your eyes when you're only looking close by. That's what I think is the eye fatigue part, but I do believe from what I've read that the sleep pattern thing is true, that's why they have all those filters on at night to like get rid of the blue light. That I've heard is real. So yes, Carolyn Hirons. Yes, absolutely. I love her so much. Yes. Carolyn doesn't make a lot of video content. Most of her stuff is reading, and I get tired when I read. Reading makes me sleepy. It stresses my brain out. So I read Carolyn's stuff when I need to, because I do trust Carolyn with my soul. Absolutely. A different Michelle, I don't know. Maybe I was talking about Dr. Dre at that point. But anyway, Steph says, hi, Steph. Steph says, I think that Valky is doing just fine. Those Twitch numbers. Sheesh. My kids would be so mad at me that I just did sheesh. They say I'm not allowed, that I'm too old. I'm sure she's doing fine, but still, like that website was beautiful. That packaging was beautiful. Like she did such a good job. Like the brand did such a good job. They just marketed on something that wasn't real. I just feel bad for her. I guess I shouldn't feel bad for her. By the way, Steph, I was thinking about you with the new My Chemical Romance collection coming out. I was wondering if you were planning on getting it, the new My Chemical Romance Hip Dot collection, because it looks freaking epic. It looks incredible. I don't even like My Chemical Romance, and it looks freaking epic. So Dark Angel says NFT, non-refundable fart. Well, I mean, it can be reproduced, right? Your farts, that's one time. You only get one. You only get one. That's it. That's all you get. And then it's different next time. So yeah. Makeup says, I feel blue about blue light. Bigger brands are now making bank ridiculous. And it's just so ridiculous. And I wish that there was a way to mass get out the information, the stuff we're talking about today, and other things as well. If you're watching this on the replay, definitely leave your thoughts down in the comments, things that we didn't talk about today, because we're almost out of time. But I wish there was a way to get this information out there for people, because it always makes me so sad when, like, I'll go and talk to my friends and they'll say, oh, but is it clean? And I'm like I went to a cookout over at my best friend's house, and we were talking about she asked me what I did for a living, and I told her, and she's like, oh, what's your best recommendations for clean beauty stuff? And I was like, what do you want? Like, it's like, where do you even go from there? I wish there was a way to get that information out to the masses. Like, where's that Netflix documentary? Where's the Lab Muffin, Dr. Dre, Carolyn Hirons documentary? I want that. Can we have that, please? Let's pitch it to Netflix. I'm just kidding, but I wish that existed, because that's what needs to get out there. But the problem is that the people saying the marketing is BS, there isn't money to be made in that. There isn't, so it will never happen, because that will cut money being made by other brands. So it's never going to happen. Kind of sad. But we know, and we can spread the information to those that we love. That's all we get. That's all we can do. So, all right, my friend, thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed live chat today. I enjoyed talking with you. I'm glad it did not get, heated or anything. I'm glad we all, had a nice, pleasant conversation. But yeah, we will see you. Actually, okay, so this is the deal with live chat over the next couple weeks. So next Sunday, the plan is to have regular live chat next Sunday. I am going to the beach with my family the following week. So I will not be here on the 31st of July. I will not be here. There is no live chat. There is no What's Been Makeup. I'm taking the week off. I may have a Friday video. I might not. I probably won't, if I'm being 100% honest. When we come back on the 7th of August, it will be a 5 p.m. chat, because I have market on Sunday. First Sunday of the month, I have market. So it'll be 5 p.m. So that's the schedule. 10 a.m. next week, off the following week, 5 p.m. on the 7th of August. Cool. So I will see you then. Have a great week. And yeah, don't buy crap. Mad love to you. I'll see you soon. Bye.